Blessings, everyone. Today I would like to share. This is the Angel Prayers Oracle deck by Kyle Gray. This deck is beautiful because this holds the beautiful octaves of light from all the angelic realms, whatever that may appear to for us or feel as. And I spoke about this before when I've done the angel oracles. For me, the angels come through as octaves of light. It's a beautiful symphony, an energy that feels like the different spectrums of light. So first I would like to say thank you to Source for allowing me to be a medium of light. And I ask all the angels to please step forward and help bring a message for our highest good. Thank you. I'm grateful. I know that first I would like to shuffle the cards, and I always say this before I do any of the readings, that the first one helps to embody an open source energy. The second one helps to embody and open the higher self and to spirit. And then the third one always helps to embody, grounds in, and open for the soul, which is this beautiful expression of love and joy and personality and experience in the physical. And I just like to move the cards around a little bit. The angels will say which one to take. Oh, they're saying that's not it. Okay. So, oh, this one's moving. So they're saying take this one. Spiritual support. Dear angels, I allow you to support me as I grow to become more spiritually aware. And I'm listening, the angel energy is pulling close. And one thing that I would like to share as the angels are speaking, whispering, I would say, it's like a symphony, is that I'm learning so much as I get to share this. And I'm so grateful when in any way someone that finds this message may be inspired also in their own way to connect with the unseen world, whether it's with the angels, the guides, ancestors, galactic family, our pets, our loved ones in spirit. It's just an infinite amount of beautiful love. And the angels want us to know that as we begin to learn, we open up our consciousness, we open up that heart space, that this is a process and they're walking with us through it. Sometimes, some days, it feels like the angels are saying they understand that we feel like we're not connected. That maybe sometimes we feel as though we're a little bit numb, or we feel that we're not hearing them clearly. Sometimes when we've been asking and asking and asking for a sign and it feels like it's not coming, we wonder if we're too much in the monkey mind, or maybe we're doing something to prevent the communication. But one thing the angels always bring through, and they're whispering this right now, is our first connection is always Source, God, the Omni, the Infinite, the love, the eternal love and light of Source. And even in those moments when we feel like we're not hearing, we're not feeling, the intuition is off, if we allow ourselves to sit in that space, even if we're not being able to meditate, but know and trust that there is always love. That's what we are. We express this through our soul, through our heart, but it surrounds us. And many, many times we've heard this from so many that do connect with spirit and bring these messages, that we're never alone. Now they're bringing my attention right here to the 3, which is always a sign for me of the Trinity. But when they explain to me this, they explain that this is the alignment when we open up in our heart space, in our being, expressing source through our higher self and into our soul. That the source energy sends all the messages, the light, the love, always we're connected. In and out of the now we pulse. Moment after moment. And that source energy is always sending this light through our higher self. That part of us that's still in our fullness, connected to the infinite mind, the highest consciousness, the vast universe, all these words that we may give it. And then that feeds into the soul, which is the small part. It's like the spirit is the vast ocean, and then the soul is that small cup of water that's contained within the physical. And we become conscious of this alignment. We become conscious of this always when we're expressing this feeling of love, when we're in a state of joy. Even those moments when we're feeling sadness, as long as we allow and remember that we are always, always expressing source energy through our higher self, as long as we always know that there is that love there, and we trust that, then we will have our guidance, the messages, the little nudges of the universe, the synchronicities will begin to appear. Sometimes they're all around us. And it's just that little shift of consciousness, that little shift of that energy. And it's like putting on the rose-colored glasses and saying, wow, I didn't even recognize that. That light, they're bringing the light, they're showing me the light in her chest, is always, it's always resonating. They're saying it's always infinite and endless and always expanding. Even when our logical mind, our thoughts, our ideas, our concepts are not in that space. It's not something we have to think about. And some days they're saying that we don't always feel like we're being supported by the universe. And we're not disconnected. We're not in some extra veiled space. We didn't pull away. We didn't close down our consciousness. That's impossible. We're just noticing different levels of experience in the physical. Sometimes it's like turning a radio knob. They're showing me the radio and they're saying that we're fine-tuning this always. And as we go through our day, our frequency shifting, our energy shifting, we're always recalibrating so we can be feeling that we're connected. And eventually, they want us to know that we will get to that space where the love is greater than anything around it. The love is greater than any concept we have of it. The love is greater than the expression of it, of us. And that we won't be so focused on whether we're connected or whether we're being supported. It's an innate knowing then. This comes with patience and know thyself. This comes with trust that we build within. And it's okay, they say, to question. Not everything is going to resonate with us. Not everything is going to make sense to our core being. And it's okay to ask for signs. It's okay to try to meditate. It's okay to use divination tools. And it's okay to move the energy when we're feeling disconnected, when we're feeling numb. They're inviting us to imagine a reset, that sometimes the emotional body, the physical body, the mental world gets overwhelmed with the experience. We're all just so immaculate for choosing to be here. The angels are in awe with us for making that choice. And so they're explaining that sometimes when we are not feeling that connected, it's our time to just be, to ground into the physical and enjoy that part of the journey as well. Whether it's a hot cup of coffee and a sandwich, or maybe we're just kicking back and watching our favorite TV program. Or maybe we've had a really good cry and we just feel exhausted emotionally and we're just kind of numb. It's okay. Sometimes we need that reset. We need that numb feeling. So we're having the opportunity to pick and choose what's coming into our space now. It's like the white canvas. If we're starting with nothing, then our free will allows us to choose what comes next. That's not a punishment. It's not a detachment. They're not pulling away from us. They're patient. They know that we experience these moments. And as soon as we are moving through that and we recognize maybe it was just overstimulation or overload of energy in any one of those bodies, mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, that they are there. And as we open up that space again, it's like when someone says, oh my goodness, I was feeling pretty blank or pretty numb, and then something moved that heart space, whether it was a really good movie that makes you cry, or a memory that floods in when you're hearing a song. And it's okay if it's a memory that was really heartbreaking and it opens the heart space where it feels a little bit gut-wrenching. If we fully embrace this, and then we can move the heart in the way that we would like to move that and project that space, sharing it with others. If it's a song that brought tears to our eyes and made us feel kind of sad because it was a song that we used to listen to and then we broke up, and it reminds you of someone and you kind of reminisce and it makes you cry, use that. Use that energy, that open heart space to touch someone else, to open someone else's heart space, do something creative. The angels are showing me poetry and music. I mean, some of the greatest love songs were written in that space. And we can feel that with one another when we're being authentic. That's the beautiful thing. It's that infinite web of connection. It's that spark that we ignite in one another. So the angels want us to know that it's in these moments, even if we're having a mental exhaustion, we're trying to figure something out, we're stressed, we have deadlines, or we're trying to figure out how to make up the extra few $100 that we need to pay a bill. And it just feels like that loop thinking when we just overthink so much that we just zone out. That's the great reset. That's that moment that we're surrendering. We've done all we could do. We thought all we could thought. We're feeling all we could feel. And in that moment, our free will allows us to choose what comes next. Just let ourselves be. Trust that we're supported. It doesn't mean that we've given up. Doesn't mean that our soul is broken and it's not going to be repaired. It doesn't mean that the heartache did us in. Sometimes it's going to feel like that. Sometimes the angels are saying it's going to feel like we have a broken soul, that the soul is tired, that the life is tired. And that's when, in these moments, when we surrender and just say, this is what it is right now, and this is where I'm at, that the support will come through. And as long as we're open to how that happens, maybe a friend calls us that we haven't heard from in a long time, or we decide to take a trip down memory lane after the heartbreak of the song and start listening to all the favorite songs that we loved. That reminds us of when we were young and hanging posters on our wall, listening to our favorite records. We just have to allow what comes next. We have to be ready to step into that space. And sometimes the emotional support, the physical support, the spiritual, the mental support comes from within us, accepting responsibility for our life and saying, I know there's something more. There's been moments when I've had that validation, when I'm remembering, when I know within my being that there's something more. But right now, I don't know how to reach that. I don't know how to expand in that space. I don't know how to feel it, see it, hear it. So we reach out. We look for the video for an oracle reading, for someone to kind of say, yeah, me too. Or we call mom or dad. Or we go and we snuggle on the couch with our pets and put on a really good movie. And we go for a walk. And we just kind of toss our hands in the air and say, well, I don't know what's next, but I'm here. Allow the support to come through in those moments and trust. Trust. I've said this in a few videos recently, and this is such a huge message that the angels want to bring through, is that we got this far. Sometimes they don't say which way to go. Sometimes they don't give us new information. Sometimes it's really as simple as reiterating what we already know through experience. Because what can be more powerful than that moment of validation that we do got this? We have been through similar experiences, and we know that they reach in and they help us, that they're always there with us. And they also want us to believe in ourselves. That on this journey, we have developed a plethora of resources through inspiration, through creativity, self-love. All of these resources open us up to the plethora of opportunities and solutions that are there for us, for that reconnection, to hear the messages, to feel the experience, to heal. They're pulling their energy back. That love, whether it's love in the way of a passion that we have, that we enjoy doing, whether it's love for another, whether it be another person, an animal, an experience of being out in the sunshine and feeling the warmth of the sun. They don't want us to forget that we've felt that at some point. Always, even if it's not now, every single one of us here has had a moment at some point where we know what that feels like. And if we could remember that, then we have the ability to go back into that space. Not to logically assimilate it, not to think about how we got there, why we got there, not to dissect it, but just to allow that feeling, just to remember it, that's all it takes. And then as we open that space, the support pours in. Much love, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to bring this message. I hope this finds you well. And if in some way this could inspire, please, I ask that we share it with someone in our own way, whether it's smiling at a bunch of people throughout the day or giving someone else a pep talk that they're going to be okay, that they've got this. Anything that we can do to share that good energy, because we're all journeying here and we know that it's not easy. And you never know when it's you that's bringing that message that someone needs. Don't ever be afraid to speak up. If you see someone going through something, don't ever feel as though you're infringing in someone's space. We know when to step back. But don't underestimate that moment when you feel that nudge to go give someone a hug or smile at someone or give a compliment, because that's the moment that you may be hearing the angels, you may be hearing Source, God, the universe, nudging you to be the messenger. Much love, everyone.